Hey guys, Super Farking Bardars here, enjoying a Sam Adams Porch Rocka. I'm doing the first part of the Q&A. I'm just going to answer the questions I did get on Reddit for the giveaway. If you didn't catch my last video, I sort of explained what happened. Since the account I posted the giveaway on wasn't very old, the post was unfortunately taken down. I figured as a show of good faith, I would answer everyone who did get questions in and break this into a two-parter. I'm just going to do this quick fire style. Some of the questions are similar, so those I am going to just read the name of the person who asked and say I already answered that, just so I can give credit where credit is due. And I want to say ahead of time, if I get your username wrong, I am very sorry. From Based Go. What makes Killing Floor better than other zombie games? I know nothing of Killing Floor, and I'm basing my question off of your video gameplay. It's your basic rinse and repeat wave shooter, but what really makes this game special is the perks and leveling system. Adding additional skills to each perk, and in later levels starting you with weapons for your class. But this game truly shines in the utter carnage. Body parts everywhere. If you haven't played it yet, seriously think about picking it up with a couple of friends or online with randos. It's a good time. From Woe Saz. Sorry, I'm not quite sure what your name is. But your question is, what is the origin of your name, Super Farking Bardars? I actually talked about this in my origin video, so if you're interested, please go check that out. From Xhawks. What's your PC specs, and do you enjoy what you've done with YouTube and Twitch so far? I currently have a i7 4770K with 32 gigabytes of RAM and two MSI 980s in SLI and a MSI Z87 GD65 board. I have it dual booted with Ubuntu and Windows 8.1, 4 terabytes of mass storage, and a Samsung 840 boot drive. All housed in a Fractal Design ARC. As for the other question, I just like gaming. I wanted to try to be more productive with my time, and I'm happy with what I've done thus far and want to continue to make it better and get more content out. From Awesome123, you seem like a Star Wars fan. What was your favorite or least favorite part about the new trailer? You assumed correct, and Han shot first. As for the new trailer, it may sound odd, but my favorite thing about the new movie trailer is honestly the scenery. I'm an advocate for the new movies. They aren't as good as the classics, but I found them enjoyable on their own right. They didn't really feel like Star Wars movies, unfortunately, because a lot of it was green screened. Episode 7, you can tell they are using real locations, and it pays homage to the original trilogy. And my least favorite part about the trailer is that the movie's not out yet. From Nadaja. When was your earliest memory of gaming, be it PC or console, and was the first game something that shaped you in what you play today? My dad was a software engineer, and at a very young age, my dad got a colored laptop. Mind you, this was crazy at the time because like how prices are for gaming laptops now, it costs that much, if not more, to get a colored screen laptop. Anyways, moving on. My dad got Wolf 3D for it, and I was hooked for my first try. They gave me an NES days later with a few games, and I was bored with it immediately. I just wanted to play Wolfenstein 3D, though admittedly I hated killing the dogs. But I would say yes, that game definitely shaped on what I played today. From Assassin Creeps. What is your favorite game? Favorite game is kind of hard. I mean, I have a ton. I love Killing Floor, BioShock, Borderlands, Doom, Civ, Total War, and Torchlight. Just to name a few. But picking like one of those it's too hard to do. From J Holland Biz Zero. What made you want to make YouTube videos on gaming? How long have you been gaming? And what are some of your favorite games? I play computer games a lot. I wanted to turn my hobby into something more productive. I've been gaming since I was 2. It's actually one of my first memories. And as for favorite games, I just answered that. So that was easy. From Enigmax G2. What are your rig specs? And I already answered that. So, from I Am Maker, when did you become a member of the PC Master Race, and why are you so generous? Why here? Why now? I was sort of born a PC Master Race member. The first game I played was Wolf 3D, which I kind of mentioned before. As for why in here, I actually have done giveaways here before under another name. I'm very much a PCMR guy. I figured if I was going to promote my channel to anyone, it would be here. You are a very grateful and respectful group on the internet, so if anyone deserves it, it's you guys. From Wargrim, what do you do for a living, and what are your end goals for your YouTube channel? Is it something you wish to make as your primary income, or is it something you do for fun? Bonus question. What type of games do you feel you will play mostly on your channel? FPS, RPG, MMO, RTS, etc. Right now, I'm a consumer electronics sales associate. While obviously if I could get an income out of it, I would be happy. But I still just don't see myself not working. And bonus answer. I'm all over the place when it comes to games. I mainly like first-person games, shooter or not, for the immersion that comes with it. But you'll catch me playing RPGs, strategy games, side-scrollers, and the like. From the Gyro Pyro. What was the first PC game you modded? The first game I played modded was Doom 2 with the Alien mod. And the first game I modded myself was Postal 2 with the A Week in Paradise mod, I think. From Binary X. What's your favorite game of all time? How did you come up with your channel name? What made you want to start a YouTube channel? And lastly, are you excited for the new Star Wars Battlefront or disappointed it's straying so far from the originals? The first question I already answered, and as for the second 2 questions, those were answered in my Origin videos if you want to check that out. I'm excited because if I'm not mistaken, it's the newest game since the Clone Wars game, so right there, it doesn't matter if it's different. It's still going to be pretty cool to see a new Star Wars game. I will definitely keep a close eye on this throughout its development. I sort of blended these 2 questions together, so I'm going to say it's from I Has No Life and Ace Steve Zero. Ace Steve Zero. Okay. Did a particular YouTuber inspire you to start doing YouTube yourself, or was it something that you thought you'd try? I more or less just wanted to try it. It's hard to explain if anyone really inspired me. In no particular order, it's Soda Poppin', Spears the Amazing HD, and of course Linus. But still, I wanted to do my own thing with it in some regard. I watched them for a while and never thought of it. But once I lost my job, I wanted to try to do something to fill the void. From Artie Ixum. With technology of today, games can improve graphics, add campaigns, and generally improve without the need for new releases. How would you feel about more games turning to the model of evolution as opposed to sequels? Considering this, are in-app purchases such a bad thing? I would like to see new releases of games in general, but I do think that the addition of new content in between launches would be great. For instance, BioShock Infinite, they have an unlimited amount of stories they could tell in that universe without releasing a new game. I would buy them all, and even today the game looks great. It seems like a no-brainer. I mean, yes, with the upgrading of graphics and the like, it would make a sequel unnecessary, but it's still cool to get that new game. I don't particularly mind making in-app purchases as long as they add a substantial amount of content. For instance, like Skyrim, excluding the mods, of course, and Borderlands. But if some companies that just add stupid shit like skins or a weapon, only buy it if you really want to support the developer. From Ozzy7. YouTube cannot be forever, so what have you set out to do in the future? I actually lost my job a few months ago and just got an electronics salesman job thanks in part to my computer. I want to get my certification and become a medical equipment repair technician in the future, with my career goal to work at Boston Children's Hospital. From Spirit of the East, what's your opinion on the current state of indie games? This is sort of a double-edged sword. Yes, there are a lot of cash grabs, not hard to tell with all the early access survival games, but there are some good ones in the mix. I love a lot of indies like Hotline Miami 2 on Epic, Eldritch, and Consortium, but I also bought into some shitty ones like Space Base, DF9, which was never even really finished. It all comes down to being a smart consumer in the end, just like one may avoid Ubisoft games. Avoid an indie game unless you really know the deal, or it's obviously going in the right direction. From Mr. Pink 111. Can hype ruin a game? Yes, oh my god, yes. Now games aren't hype based on the content they actually provide, but what they are trying to sell. We have seen this with movies before. I find the games that don't get hyped as much being the better games. I believe more of the budget is actually going into hyping the game than actually developing, and it's sort of sad, really. From Coco Tina. Do you think the free mod scene will survive, and what metascore do you think Killing Floor 2 will get? I do think it will survive. On what capacity, I don't know. I see a lot of mods coming out with copyrighted items to put in games. I don't see modders trying to get money for those, or at the very least succeeding. I also have to guess there are some modders out there who may be able to sell their mods, but is against charging for them. I don't know, it's something we will have to see unfold. As for Killing Floor 2 Metascore, I don't really know about early access, but finished product, I'm gonna bet high 80s, low 90s. From Crumperco 8888. Do you hope you will make enough money from YouTube to quit your job one day? Like I said before, it's just for fun. Maybe I can turn it into something with streaming and YouTube, but even then I don't see myself not working. This is a hobby. It's a hobby I may be able to turn into a career at some point. Even then, I would rather be able to enjoy my hobby and share it with others while I am working. That would honestly be my ideal situation. If I wasn't working as well, I would definitely double down on my work load for this channel. At least pump out a video a day and do a 6-hour stream on the daily. From Herberg. What is your favorite classic game over 7 years old? I may be cliche in saying this, but Doom 2. I don't jest. I have literally beaten Doom 1 and Doom 2 over 100 times. Even with Wolfenstein 3D, Heretic, and Hexen, I have beaten those quite a few times. id Software was a very prominent part of my childhood, but Postal 2 is a very close second. From Necrospace, our last question is, since mods are heading into a buying direction, what are your favorite free mods for any game? Honestly, to this day, I have a soft spot for Simpsons Doom. It made Doom funny, and nothing beat hitting Ned Flanders with a rocket launcher. The other one, which is a highly honorable mention, is the Star Wars Conquest mod for Mount & Blade. Literally all the time I have put into that game was spent playing that mod. And that about wraps up this video. Smash that like button if you liked it. Lightly grope the dislike if you didn't. Leave a comment for suggestions on future videos, or give me shit for my answers. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one, including the other part of this Q&A and my month in review about my real life shit. Follow me on social media to keep up to date, links below, and by tuning into my live stream on Twitch. And until next time, guys, stay Bardars.